When it comes to the Nerf Rival Edge series, nothing beats the Saturn. This blaster right here is truly phenomenal, and when it first came out, I knew I'd be in love with it, because I mean, just look at this thing. The stylings and the ergonomics of this blaster stock are really good, and the power is pretty good also. If you'd like to see a full review of this blaster, I do have a video, link will be in the description. But for this video, we're going to be talking about a kit that was sent in from Spitfire Products. What this is essentially a drop-in kit. Like there's no cutting or modification you have to do to your blaster, and you can put this really nice furniture on. In addition, this was sent in. Now this actually replaces the back end if you just want a pistol grip. I opted to go with the full stock because come on, that thing looks epic. Now this Saturn right here is a little bit spicier than normal, so stick around to the full video so I can show you what I did internally to this thing and also give my final impressions of this drop-in kit. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Now, when I first received this kit, I was also given a letter that talked about how to install it, but secondly, how to spicing this thing up a little bit. They recommended using a K25 spring with one extra coil. What that means is you take the length of this stock spring and add one full coil, and I was told that's gonna give you some really good performance. So that's what I did in this blaster. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when you open this thing up, it's a little bit daunting. Essentially, when you open this up, this thing is like a time bomb just ready to go off. There's just a lot of tension and spring compressions and all that stuff, so the blaster has a tendency to just kind of blow up. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it's not gonna like hurt you or anything, but the parts don't like staying where they're at, so keep that in mind. I actually couldn't get a good look at the internals because by the time I opened it, all the stuff kind of moved around. These images here, I'm not sure if they're exactly in the right spot, but if you need help putting this back together, check out the video in the description. There is another channel with another Nerfer that basically did a good example of how to put this back together. And I had to refer to that a couple times. I found the best way, and he does this in his video, but he compresses the plunger tube assembly, and so essentially it is locked. Like it's ready to fire if you hit the release. It's a little sketchy and makes you a little bit nervous. You feel like you're playing Operation, but essentially you have to drop it all back in place and then set the shell on. So a little bit tedious, a little bit nerve-wracking, but that's how you do it. So let's go ahead and get some chronograph readings with the new spring installed and see how spicy this thing actually is. And just to clarify, I will be using actual Nerf ammo because I'm finding that this stuff works a lot better than the non-proprietary stuff. 139.9. 139.8, very consistent. 137. 131.5. 136.4. So the feet per second are pretty much around 130, 140. So pretty consistent. I really like seeing those numbers. I think Rival starts getting a little bit squirrely if you push this up any higher. Ideally for me, I think I like Rival around 120, 130. But yeah, it's really impressive. So I wanted to take this outside, do some outdoor shooting. It's been super rainy and just not great outside, but I did find a moment in time when it stopped raining, so I ran out there and shot some cups. So a couple things here worth mentioning. Number one, I was using some non-Nerf proprietary ammo here, and some of those balls were a little bit too squishy, and those things were just not accurate at all. I could definitely see a difference when I used the standard Nerf ammo. I was getting a little bit more precise shots. So keep that in mind whenever modding some of these blasters up with, you know, either K26, K25, you know, bring it up to a higher capacity, higher velocity. Keep in mind those rival rounds are a little bit more picky. You know, if you're using cheap stuff or the nice stuff, you will see a difference in the accuracy. Now also, it's worth mentioning that this will never be on par with a short dart. Those darts are just far more superior and more accurate, because at 30 feet I can plink cups, but with this blaster I could barely hit, you know, the actual cup pyramids. Like, so getting a tag, like a full-size person-size target is not going to be too bad, but trying to get an individual little cup, that's going to be a hard tag. So in summary, use the right ammo, the ammo that's included or just official Nerf ammo. I also will say that if you can pick up some of the ammo from out of darts, I know he's been sold out for quite a while, but that rival ammo is actually really good as well. So what is my final impressions of this kit from Spitfire Products? Well, full disclaimer, this was sent to me for free for review, but it's one of those kits I was looking to buy anyways. And I'm very happy and thankful for this to be sent in, but even after having it sent in, I'm still a big fan of it. I think it's really nice. I have one thing to note, that when putting this part on right here, he asked that you use the retaining clip in there. I did install it, but it wasn't rock solid. Like, it was pretty solid, but it wasn't rock solid. So because I don't look to open this up anytime soon, unless, you know, obviously I have some type of breakage or something in there, I actually used some 2-part epoxy and put it in there and just kind of locked it all in place. And now this thing is like, it is like all part of it and super rock solid. But other than that, the print quality is beautiful. Everything, the mechanism works well. I really like these these risers. This up here, you know, you can switch it out with any type of Picatinny, you know, pump grip that you want. So that's really nice now. And the overall colors of it are really in line with my color scheme. So I really appreciate that. So if you're a big fan of the Saturn, I think this is a must-have kit, you know, or if you want to opt for just the pistol grip, that seems really good as well. Well, I'm DrFlux. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Special thanks to Spitfire Products for sending this in. I also want to take a moment to thank my channel supporters and Patreons. With your continued support, I can keep making content, and I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and happy foam flinging.